Grand Rising. Do I need a little juice? I might plug it up just in case. And take Luther down. It just don't look that great.
Four minutes until showtime.
4 minutes until showtime. That looks horrible. I don't need to see my collage.
Three minutes until showtime.
Grand Rising. We're going live in 3 minutes. So just hold on. All right, y'all, going live in what, 2 minutes?
2 minutes
Hey, Margie,
until
what you doing up this
showtime.
early in the morning? Cool. Rest here. Get things situated. There you go. Like that music? That's the theme music from Blog Talk Radio, The Female Solution. Okay, I'm looking for my commercials here. Y'all, hold on. We're about to go live in what? 2 minutes. Going live, go live 2 minutes. Don't go do what you got to do and come back. Oh, got my traffic and weather. Yeah, traffic is a bit much today, but you know.
1 minute until showtime.
1 minute before showtime. Oh.
Your show will go live in 5 seconds.
5
4,
seconds, y'all.
3, 2, 1. Blog Talk Radio. Women have the power to transform this world. We can end crime and violence if we all agree to do one thing: share. Let's share our wisdom, share our time, share our talent, share our finances. But most of all, let's share our love. This is the Female Solution. Join me, Naima Latif, every morning, 7 a.m. to 9 a.m. Central Standard Time, as we bring you stimulating discussions about the issues affecting our lives. If you're listening online at www.blogtalkradio.com/the-female-solution, press the blue button that says follow and get our daily topics every morning directly to your email and your smartphone. Hi, I'm Naima Latif, executive producer of the Female Solution Radio Show. We invite you to call in 515-605-9325 and participate in this daily think tank as we examine the challenges we face and develop solutions that restore peace and harmony. We are global transformers, changing the world from the way it is to the way it should be. We are one. Wherever we live on this earth, we are one human family. On behalf of our team of radio hosts, I'd like to extend a greeting to all the members of our family, whenever and wherever you may be listening around the world. To our family in China, Ni Hao. In India, Namaste. In Japan, Konnichiwa. In Korea, Annyeonghaseyo. In Russia, Здравствуйте. In Germany, Guten Tag. In Poland, Dzień dobry. In France, Bonjour. In Spain, Hola. In Italy, Ciao. In Egypt, Ahlan wa sahlan. In Ghana, Akwaba. In Nigeria, Peleo. In South Africa, Sawubona. In Senegal, Nangadef. In Kenya, Jambo. In Israel, Shalom. In Pakistan, Afghanistan, and Saudi Arabia, Assalamu alaikum. Greetings, and may peace be upon you all.
Is Monday morning a struggle to get out of bed into the swing of things? Well, don't worry, you are not alone. Join us for thought-provoking, stimulating, and mindful conversations on higher learning with Zelda Speaks for your Monday morning mindfulness session on Blog Talk Radio, The Female Solution, Mondays, 7:30 until 9 a.m. Be sure and send your ideas, thoughts, comments, and suggestions. Also, if you'd like to be a guest on the show, visit zeldaspeaks.com and send us your info. We'd love to have you. Experience mindfulness moments with the mindfulness/stress relief coach, Zelda Speaks. And thanks for sharing the mindfulness moment tip of the day. Stay on purpose, stay empowered, and stay tuned to your next session of mindfulness on higher learning with Zelda Speaks. Make it a mindful day. And thanks for listening.
Grand rising. And I'm getting feedback. That is not good. Why am I getting feedback? Okay. Bear with me, my audience, this morning. There's always some technical difficulties when we are trying to bring you the very best. There's always a catch somewhere. And I'm wondering if it has anything to do with this. Let me close one microphone. Then you won't be able to hear me. So let's do this. Okay, I'm going to plug in another headset, and hopefully this will change it. Can you hear me now? I'm still getting feedback. And if you are on the switchboard and you can hear me, please light up your phones. If you're hearing, only if you're hearing me double. If you're not hearing interference, then do not light up. Do not push one. I don't know why I'm hearing it, but I'm doing the very best I can to eradicate that problem. Can you hear me now? Okay, I think I just settled the problem. I think I did. Let's see. Naima and Margie, I know you're on the line. Send me a text if everything is okay. Grand Rising and welcome to Monday Morning Mindfulness. Let's try this because can you hear me now? I have to take that off of feedback. Well, let's see what happens. Somebody will call me and let me know something. Oh, Grand Rising, watching and listening. Okay, alrighty. Well, here we go. Grand Rising, and thank you for joining us today. I'm Zelda Speaks on Monday Morning Mindfulness. Higher Learning with Zelda Speaks. Start your week off with the Mindfulness Stress Relief Session. And to voices going in and that's not a good sign. Thank you so much, Sex. The preacher calling is one of my guests today. Send me another text as I talk to let me know if you can still hear me. Today's topic is physical and the mental health. And my guest will be Saxman, the preacher. As in the 8 o'clock hour will be Mary Shelton, Breaking the Silence, author of Breaking the Silence. And if you are listening online, we are on Facebook Live, Zelda Speaks, as well as my YouTube channel, Zelda Speaks Mindfulness. And thank you for joining us this morning. If you'd like to join the conversation, be sure and do so at 515-605-9325. Press 1 to speak, because if I don't see the switchboard light up, then I won't know that you want to speak. And for those who are watching live, if your screen goes blank, it's okay. It's because I'm switching back and forth to the screens to monitor things here. So don't think I've disappeared. I'm still here. And if you do get disconnected for some reason or another, just call back 515-605-9325 and press 1. And if you can't get me on Facebook, I'm on YouTube as well. And that YouTube channel is Zelda Speaks Mindfulness. And before we get started, let me dedicate to my baby brother, Douglas Robinson. And Douglas was murdered in Tent City, voice still going in and out. Oh, I don't know what to do. Let me see if I close one microphone and let's see what happens. Okay, I just closed the microphone. Saxman, let me know. How are things sounding? And I think that may have made everything okay. I think it is. If you can hear me, Facebook, give me a thumbs up. The print is so small, I guess. Okay. All right. Well, we'll continue. If you are, then you probably heard about the people who live in Tent City and issues with the homeless. And I'm getting a text. Oh, it's better. It's better, but then now I'm here. Actually, it was last. I got up there. I get a call from my cousin. She says, Zelda, did he have a car? I used to give him my car with me because I'd get him a car and go down and see him and let him know somebody was trying to get in touch with him. And I forgot, lost my train of thought. Where was I? Went to go see. Just discombobulated, so please forgive me. Anyway, today's show is dedicated. I got a call from the Chicago Tribune, and they did an article on it. So if you want to see the article, please go to my Facebook. Zelda Speaks. And homeless does not mean you are, because he was an artist, an artiste. And just go to my Facebook page from Friday. You'll see pictures I've uploaded. I was looking for some pictures of him for the memorial that we're planning. And no, we don't have the arrangements yet. That's still And physical and mental and emotional health is crucial. People will tell us things and we absorb that into our consciousness. Yeah. Now I was and I looked at those pictures and tell me, and people had me thinking I was fat. I was like, oh my God, I need to kill some folks. No, I'm just kidding. Kill those words in my mind. That's what I need to do. Anywho, let us continue with the educated to Douglas. Miss you, little bruh, and thank you for the lessons that you are teaching me that I don't want to learn, and I'll tell you about those later. Anyway, let's get to the weather because I know if you're headed out today, traffic may be an issue for today. Today's weather and traffic update is sponsored by Karen Kelly of itex.com. Stop paying cash for your business and personal needs. Use barter dollars instead, like we used to do back in the day. You give me a little sugar, I'll give you a little tea. So we got barter dollars now. And there's a $100 iTex bonus sign up, new member bonus for businesses and entrepreneurs that use the promo code ZELDA, ZELDA. And you must join online at itex.com. And that is the new member bonus. As we take a look at the expressways, there it's cold today. All you need to know, it's cold and more cold. 18 to 23 is the highest today. On the CTA red line, expect some delays at 95th. They are stuck at Cermak and where's that? Meacham Road. Live on the air. Thank you. 18 minutes behind. If you're taking the Metro in and southbound on the expressway on I-65, excuse me, it's not southbound I-65. Quit messing with me, Douglas. Southbound I-65, SR2 left lanes have been closed due to an earlier accident. And those are your Metro and CTA delays. If you are on the Kennedy, it is your usual Monday morning madness. On the Kennedy, it is jammed in both directions. There's a rollover, which is causing delays. It's 40 minutes inbounds, 50 minutes on the outbound. As we take a look at the Edens, 24 in, 21 out. On the Eisenhower, your usual delays, 36 minutes in, 23 minutes out. On the Stevenson to Lakeshore Drive, 35 minutes in, 25 minutes out. On the Dan Ryan, 30 minutes in and 31 minutes out. Now, there are some delays for you. Dan Ryan is usually not that congested. On the Bishop Ford, 25 minutes in, 20 minutes out. And Lakeshore Drive, a little congested this morning, too. It's 31 minutes in and 20 minutes on the outbound. On Stony Island, there are serious delays. There's a crash. There's a crash at Cornell and in Jackson Park. Cornell, which is 63rd Street. There, a 3-car accident. Everything is closed in a 1-mile radius. So you do want to keep that in mind if you are traveling on the south side near Lakeshore Drive on Cornell, which is 63rd Street. Okay, so your traffic and weather is sponsored by itex.com. Karen Kelly of itex.com. Stop paying cash for your business and personal needs. Use barter dollars instead. New member bonus for entrepreneurs and businesses that sign up get $100, but you must use the promo code ZELDA in order to get that bonus. And if you would like to learn how to make money on Amazon, go to zeldaspeaks.com and click on the word training. And we're always looking for health ambassadors. If you want to help someone overcome diabetes like I did, go to diabeticdonut.com. There's information there, and please share that. If you're watching on Facebook and YouTube, please like and subscribe and share this page with someone. And remember to set those VCRs. You know I am old school, honey. It's DVRs now. Set those DVRs for the Higher Learning Network TV show, Tuesdays at 6, Wednesdays at 1 on Channel 19. And you can always go to the higherlearningnetwork.org TV show. And now it is time for our Monday morning message that comes from my third book. Yeah. It's Inspirational Conversations, Volume 2 with Shalomith Yisrael. And even though today is February 25th, I am taking the reading from February 27th because even Valentine's Day passed and I would not even acknowledge the Valentine's Day massacre because it's a hoax on people, because they got us all with these man-made holidays that have nothing to do with spirituality and nothing with your personal growth. It's a mislead in the opposite direction, so I can't observe it. And I have to it. Yes, Saxman, you are not on yet. It's not time yet, but we have you. Today is, I'm reading from February 27th, and it says, recently, while on vacation filming a wedding, I heard something that struck a nerve. While the bride was getting dressed, one of her bridesmaids said the same thing that women have been taught since childhood. And she said, girl, this is the most important day of your life. You are so lucky. I had to hold my peace to risk losing that client. Yes, we've got a TV production, so we film weddings and TV shows and things of that nature. Ladies, getting married is not the most important thing of your life. Let me repeat that. Ladies, and gentlemen too. Getting married is not the most important thing of your life. Contrary to what we've been taught, you've had many important days in your life, like birthdays, moving out of your parents, graduation, first job, apartment, the births of your children, things of that nature. Those are the most important days. So don't put so much focus on finding a man or a woke man. He or she is just a spiritual being on their path trying to find their way in life and someone to share it with, just like you. Don't put that pressure on him or her because it's not the most important day of their life. One of the most important days will be when the two of you can come to an agreement that the most important day is yet to come, other than today. Inspirational Conversations with Zelda Speaks, aka Shalom with Israel. We have been taught so many lies in this country and we don't realize. That's taken from February 26th. We've just been lied to so much all of our lives, and we have to get to a point where we stop the madness and we're breaking the cycle of untruths. And one way to do that is to the day prep, not show prep, but self prep, and that is to become quiet and let us have our Monday morning mindfulness time together. And we will do that by doing our Monday morning meditation. So let us become still. And if you're watching online and you see this, the screen become blank, you'll still hear my voice, but it's because I want you to concentrate on my voice. I do not want you watching me. I want you to close your eyes. And the only thing that you should be looking at is the inside of your eyelids. So we will count to ourselves to the count of 6 slowly. Inhale, count 6, hold it, and release. So inhale. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Hold it. Exhale. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Count to yourself. And as you breathe, feel your chest expand. And as you exhale, feel your chest decompress. So inhale deeply. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And exhale. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now, as you are breathing, give thanks for the breath, because it is the breath that will keep you in times of chaos and confusion. I'm closing my mic because I want you to breathe. Excuse me, I'm closing my screen because I want you to breathe and close your eyes and pay attention to that which is responsible for you being here today. It is the breath that moves you and guides you forward because you can do nothing without the breath. It is the breath of life that you have been blessed with today. Someone, somewhere, cannot breathe on their own. Someone, someone, God, you're not one. Inhale deeply. As we give thanks, we watch the energy that is flowing top of our head. Without giving thanks is that energy at the forehead, which is circulating down through the eyebrow, eyelashes, and the eye sockets, and the arms, the elbows, and the wrist, and the face to flow down through the stomach, and the hips, and the back, and the thighs, and the knees, and the legs. Yes, we give thanks for the breath that continues to circulate and percolate the energy that moves on down to and the arches and the heels and the top and the bottom of the feet and those toes. Wiggle those toes. Yes. Inhale deeply. Giving thanks for the rises and revitalizes all day through the day when we are having challenges. And as that breath moves back up through the entire body from the ankles, the legs, knees, thighs, chin, and back up the top of the head. Inhale deeply. And exhale, knowing that you are at the right place at the right time as we begin the process of just giving thanks. Saying it out loud. I give thanks. I am happy. Say it out loud. I am healthy. Say it out loud. I am whole and complete. And why are we saying this while we're breathing? Because words have wings, and we give power through those wings with the words that we speak into the universe. Yes, I am happy. I am healthy. I am whole and complete. Inhale deeply. Hold it. And as you exhale, chin to chest, rotate your head to the left as far as you can. Sitting up straight. Hope you're sitting up straight as that head goes around to the back slowly. Slowly, slowly. You're moving too fast. Slowly moving the head around to the right. Slowly, slowly bringing the head around to the front. Still breathing. Inhale deeply. Exhale. Your chin is still in your chest. Rotating your head to the right. Slowly, slowly. You should just be getting to the back. And slowly moving the head around to the right. Slow down. Slowly, slowly. Slowly bringing the head around to the front, slowly, chin to chest, chin up, looking to the left as far as you can. If you feel a little crack, it's okay. It's just air moving through the muscles and tendons. Turning the head to the right as far as you can. Stretch that neck, feel that stretch. As long as you're sitting up straight, you should have no problems. Inhale deeply, hold it, and exhale. Now, this is an exercise that you can try when you are stressed, and it doesn't have to be a 5-minute exercise, it can be a 30-second exercise. Because during the course of the day, someone will come into your personal space and try to cause chaos and havoc, and you have the option of buying into their madness or protecting yourself, as Dr. Maya Angelou, my favorite poet, would say, to put on the armor of God. And how do you do that? Just start breathing, honey, because they will think you have lost your mind. And if you have a little garlic and a little onion on your breath, Lord have mercy, they will step back. They will step back, I promise you. So if you enjoyed today's session, when you call in, let us know how you've enjoyed it. And feel free to post those feelings on my Facebook page, Zelda Speaks, and as well as YouTube channel, Zelda Speaks Mindfulness. It is 7:28, and you are listening to Monday Morning Mindfulness on blogtalkradio.com, the female solution, higher learning with Zelda Speaks. If you're listening online and my screen turns blank, I'm sorry, if you're watching online and my screen turns blank, it is okay, because I will be switching back and forth from the studio to the social media page. And we've got to take a commercial break. Excuse me. So, what I want you to do while we're in that commercial break, I need you to get on your phone and call someone. I'm old fashioned, or call or text someone and let them know that they are about to hear two dynamic speakers on the line this morning. Our first one will be Saxman, and how we can heal our bodies, how we can do better every single day. And we can do that by Monday morning practices. And there's a way to do everything. So I want to share that with you after we come from the commercial break, as soon as I find my commercials here. And so and if you want to call in, 515-605-9325, press 1 to speak. And so we'll know that you're on the line and that you want to speak.
Chicago, and a part of that change is voting for LaShawn K. Ford as our next mayor. His record speaks. He helped to restore funding for child care and senior meals. He held career and health ratings on. He secured grants for district libraries, parks, and fire departments, and helped to pass a bill for the African American Employment Plan. He also helped to pass a bill to expand ex-offender job opportunities, along with limiting bail bond costs. He emails daily job listings to thousands as author of a weekly newspaper column. This is truly a man of action, and your needs are his needs. He's a leader that was born and raised in Chicago. He cares about his city, and he cares about you. Chicago, we have a great opportunity to move forward on February 26th. Vote for LaShawn Ford. Punch 32. We need a new driver, so get on board with Ford.
Paid for by Friends for Ford.
Hi, this is John Alexander.
And I'm Naima Latif. Meet people like you who are making a positive difference in the world. Watch us every day on The Media Connection at www.youtube.com/The Media Connection TV.
YouTube it. We'll see you soon.
There are people who choose to make a positive difference in the world. Our job is to bring you their story to motivate you to do the same. Join us each week, host John Alexander and Naima Latif, as we bring you the educators, entertainers, elected officials, religious leaders, and community activists whose works are transforming this world. Find out how you can make a difference too. Be inspired. Watch The Media Connection. Mondays at 5 p.m. and Tuesdays at 12 noon on Cable TV, Channel 19 in Chicago. And other cities, check your local cable listings.
Do you worry about finances, family,
Hold on, y'all.
job, relationships? Are you in pain? Do you feel stuck? If you answered yes to any of these questions, help is available. Don't worry, you're not alone. It's part of the human process. You only feel this way because you haven't mastered the voices in your head. No hype, just down-to-earth, solid, workable tools and techniques that you can practice daily. It's really food for the soul. Whether you want to learn how not to worry about anything, reverse type 2 diabetes, publish a book, promote your product or service, or just make extra money. To take advantage of the deal of the day, go to zeldaspeaks.com or call 312-409-6619. Mention promo code The Female Solution
One
and
more
get
commercial.
free
Yeah,
shipping.
one more.
That's zeldaspeaks.com or 312-409-6619. Stop worrying today. Visit zeldaspeaks.com.
with your 2-year-old who has suddenly discovered they have a free will and has learned to tell you no? Are you having challenges with your 8-year-old who has suddenly learned how to tell untruths in order to avoid punishment? Are you having challenges with your 13-year-old who has suddenly realized that they know everything and you know nothing? Parenting is a challenge. Our children are here to learn and grow in understanding so that they can reach their highest creative potential and contribute to a new world of peace and harmony. To do our part as their teachers and protectors takes wisdom, patience, and skill. Join me, Naima Latif, and facilitator Mark Shahid on the Parenting and Family Reconstruction Learning Lab every Thursday, 7 p.m. to 8 p.m. Central Time on American Muslim 360 Blog Talk Radio. Tune in to www.radio.com/American Muslim 360. Call in with your questions at 515-605-9891. That's 515-605-9891. Spare the rod. Love child.
I'm Dr. Willie Wilson. Community and police need to come together again. Police need to walk the streets, get to know the citizen. They can ride the buses, the L, the subway, and once again, become the officer friendly we always hear about. Police are the front line between us and the criminal element. As mayor, I will begin program to assure they will get to know us as our neighbors.
Paid for by Willie Wilson for mayor.
Grand Rising, and thank you joining me back here on the Female Solution Monday Morning Mindfulness with Zelda Speaks, the Mindfulness Stress Relief Coach. And I am joined this morning by with our guest, which is Minister Raheem, aka the Sax Preacher. Have you heard of the Sax Preacher? Well, now you have heard of the Sax Preacher. He is a dynamite brother I met years ago when I was working in secular music and Gospel Radio 1390 V103. And I worked at so many radio stations, I can't remember which station I met him at. And I'm thinking it might have been WNUA Smooth Jazz, where I was working in promotions. And I remember seeing him at so many events. So I'm not sure which one it is, but he is the founder of the Temple of Mercy Association and president of the United Black American Progress Association, founded in 1961 by Dr. Webb Evans. And I'm sure you remember Dr. Webb Evans. And right now I am bringing him on the line. Area code 773. I do not see you on the line, Minister. 773-846. You've got to press 1 so that I will know that you're there, because I do not see you. And if I do not see you, I cannot open your mic. There you go. There you go. Press 1. Grand Rising. And thank you for joining us this morning on the Female Solution.
Yes, grand rising to you too. Grand Rising, Minister. Thank you so much for joining us this morning. It is a blessing and a privilege and a pleasure to have you here, the one and only Saxman in Chicago. If you've been anywhere in the city of Chicago and you've heard this man play the sax, might I tell you, Saxman, I am not a musician, but the sax next to the piano is my all-time favorite instrument. So thank you for using your gift to bless us and enlighten us with music that you bring. So tell us a little bit about yourself and how'd you get that name, the Sax Man? How did that all start? Wow. But first, I'd like to thank you for having me on the talk show. Appreciate you, and you also have my condolences coming from my organizations and myself concerning your brother.
Thank you.
Just stay strong. Well, anyway, my name actually came
mentoring and things like that. And one of my mentees, when I was actually, I think, how old was I then? Maybe 19 or 21. I was 21 years old. One of my mentees named me that because he would come to my rehearsals and check out the band and whatnot, and then I'd do the counseling and things like that. He'd say, one day he'd say, you know, you play the whatever out of that horn, and you just talk and teach. Say, you ought to just be a sax preacher.
Oh, wow.
So years later, you know, I picked up the name.
Oh,
I remember that's what he said. I said, well, let me be a sax preacher, you know. But that's just how I got the name. The way I started playing was after the death of my mother. I was 12, and I really didn't know how to express myself and express the pain that I was going through while I was in school. And then when I was a freshman in high school, at Inglewood High School, I saw someone playing a saxophone at an assembly, and I saw how the people responded to it, especially the ladies. I said, well, maybe I need to see if I can get in the band. So my sophomore year, music happened to pick the saxophone over the trumpet. And from there, the rest is history. I was able to express myself through my music at the different foster homes. I'm a ward of the state, you know, DCFS, we call it Destroying Children's Families Systematically. But being a ward of the state, you know, going into different foster homes, I would take my horn with me, and thanks to my music teacher, Mr. McFadden at Inglewood, he would let me take my horn home during the summer. And so
really?
I was able to, in my spare time or all the time that I had, play the horn and play the sax, and I noticed it drew people's attention and whatnot because they could feel it and feel me. I got my first apartment at 18. I had neighbors knock on my door, hearing me play, saying, you sound so good, how are you? And so the name Sax Preacher basically stuck because they said I was sounding like I was preaching.
Oh, wow.
My horn. That's how the name just stayed with me all my life, and I've been expressing my emotions through my horn ever since. So it's like I shut down and God takes over.
Oh, wow. You close your eyes and you just let the Spirit of the Lord move through your lungs, through the instrument of your choice. That is awesome. That is awesome. And I say this with love, because I've always wanted to play some type of instrument and I just haven't. So, you know, I started playing the piano as a kid, but my mom passed and we had to leave. So, you know, piano lessons went out the window. But anyone who had, that's a gift. That's a gift. And as you say, it through you. You just open your mouth and allow it to come out. But how did that transition into your sharing words of wisdom and wealth through your music, and now through herbs? How did that happen?
Well, I was sax preacher, as you know, since I was at the age of 18. But when I was in high school, I was also called preacher man.
Okay.
And a lot of people always would tell me that one day I would be this preacher, this pastor. Now, mind you, I never sought to be a pastor, preacher, or a sax player. So sometimes out of tragedy comes triumph. If my mother had not have passed, I probably would not have ever played the saxophone.
Really?
Oh, yeah, because I wasn't even interested in playing the saxophone at the time.
Oh, okay.
Until she passed.
Okay.
And so that's why I say out of tragedy sometimes.
Yes.
Triumph.
Yes.
You know?
Yes.
It's just how you look at it.
Right.
Later on, years later in my life, I began to get sick. My lungs would stay clogged up. I would be coughing and whatnot. And one time, the cough lasted for 6 months.
What?
And it didn't get any better. Yes, it didn't get any better. And so I was walking kind of bent over because when I stood up, I couldn't breathe. And most of my people were telling me to go to the hospital. I had a production called Toma Production. It was going real good. I had Ice Cold, the Ultimate Warrior, who they call Black Ice today, D.A. Smart, Cassius D, even Bernie Mac and Adele Givens was all part of my Toma Production.
Really?
And it was around 1985, 86, and 87, all the way to 1990. And I went on to the hospital, went to the doctor, and the doctor at the clinic, they told me to go straight to the hospital, and then they diagnosed me with sarcoidosis.
Oh.
Killed Bernie Mac.
Yes, it did.
Yes, and sarcoidosis primarily attacks the lungs. And you know, you need your lungs in order to play the horn.
Yes, sir.
Well, they told me I'd never play again. They said you can hang up the horn, and you came to us too late. You're in your last stage of the sarcoidosis, and we can only send you home with this prednisone. You have 6 to 18 months to live.
Oh my goodness.
That was in 1987, and it just so happens that the Spirit of God inspired my sister one day to come and visit me and remind me that in one of our foster homes, I used to read this book called Back to Eden, like the Garden of Eden.
Yes.
It was called Back to Eden. And I remembered it. I said, wow, I do remember reading something like that because the foster parent had the book. She was into herbs. So my sister went looking for this book. And she brought this book back to me when she found it. And from that day, I read it extensively and went and bought every herb I could find that had something to do with lungs.
Oh, wow.
Then I had to upgrade my spirituality. I really, truly, and it's not maybe for everybody, but I had to come out of religious denomination.
All right now.
To get a direct contact with the Creator.
All right.
Nature, through things that are natural, through plugging into, the ether or the energy.
Yes.
And so becoming one with that creative force also helped me to heal. And then I had to change my diet. How can you say that you're healed or you're changed and you won't change your diet? You have to switch from eating the food that promotes death
yes.
to food that promotes life.
Yes.
We call that the food of the gods.
Yes.
It's a good word to say, ye are gods, but your children are the most high God. Well, then why should we eat the food that gods eat?
Of the most high.
Eat living food.
Yes.
Which is plants, herbs, all the things of the field, fruits,
yes.
things like that. And so I started eating that, became a vegetarian, upgraded my spirituality. I teach spiritual oneness with the Creator. And then I take herbs. There's some herbs that are for actual healing, and there are some herbs you can take for prevention. Because you use the bark, you use the petal, you use the roots, and all the different parts of the plant that you can, but you have to learn about them. If your herb is not for everything. So that's the basics of my story, and I just tell that story, and I study many different religions, only because our people are caught up in so many different religions, and in order to get to our people to share with them this oneness of God, I have to get past the front door.
Okay.
Usually you get stopped at the front door.
Yes.
Arguing about is his name Jehovah or Allah, or is his name Yahweh or whatever. And then there we are, right there.
Yes.
So I had to learn
yes.
so I could get through that door, so that I could talk to our people. And if they want to take it to the next level, we can. If they want to stay there, I'll stay there right with them.
Amen.
And that brought in the Temple of Mercy Association, my Toma Production, which was Temple of Music Association, then was changed to Temple of the Creator, and then now I'm supposed to extend that same mercy to others.
Amen. What a story. That is astounding, because you said something that really struck a nerve with me, and is that we have lots of times we can't move forward because we're stuck excuse me, in a certain mode of thinking, because religion, which is man-made, has us thinking that, my religion is better than yours, and what you call your God, mine is better than yours. And that keeps us from moving forward. And you can't move forward
And it's ironic that so many people in in faith-based institution talk about a good diet, and but every Sunday after church, we eating fried chicken and things that are not of the seed in which scripture tells us that we need to be eating in order to be healthy. So that's a good point. And we'll just say, I love God, Jesus, Allah, Yud, Hey, Wav, Hey, Buddha, whatever, but I ain't giving up my fried chicken, and I ain't giving up this, and I ain't giving up that.
So how can they say they've been born again?
Yeah.
If you've been born again, then shouldn't your diet change?
You would think.
Also.
You would think. You would think.
You're going to put the same dirty food back in your system after you've been cleansed?
Yes. Yes.
That doesn't go together with being born again.
No, it doesn't. But you can't. You can't very well convince people of that, because people say one thing and then they do another. But you've come across some products, and I saw you at the recent in December at the temple. No, it wasn't at the quarry. It was at the temple in December at what was it? Island, at the Muslim temple. I saw you and your wife there, and you had a tea. You had some herbs, and you had a tea. You don't remember that?
Right. I just turned. I don't know where we were, but I do remember talking to you and having that tea. You know what? Since that day, I've been so many places.
I'm sure.
I can't remember the exact.
I'm sure.
Where was it?
76 and
I got it. I remember now.
Yeah.
I remember. I just called it. It was Kwanzaa.
Yes, Kwanzaa.
University.
Yes. 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 Yes.
Absolutely. I remember now.
And I said, it's very interesting that the Saxman would be promoting health. So I wanted to learn a little bit more about that and share that with our audience, because we see so many ads on television for quick weight loss and help you get rid of this disease and that disease, and a lot of them are not plant-based. Most of them are not plant-based, and if they have something natural in them, there's something else in there that's some fillers that will cause problems. I was watching a documentary last night on YouTube. I love YouTube, so thank you for my YouTube listeners, viewers. And it showed that dementia and Alzheimer's is now referred to as diabetes of the brain, because plaque builds up in our brains, in the creases of the brain, and that causes the brain to slow down. So that's why we have dementia at an all-time, and Alzheimer's at an all-time rate. Because you think about it, back in the day when our parents were on the farm, we were picking cotton.
Right.
There was no dementia. People could remember things back from 50, 60 years ago. Now you can't remember something you did 2 days ago. And that's because of the build. Yes, everything is in the diet. And our diets in America are the diets that will kill you, and not will kill you, that are killing us on a daily basis. So tell us a little bit about the products that you have that will help us move forward.
Well, first I'd like to say I've been what you may call a nutrition specialist ever since 1987, when I had that bout with sarcoidosis. They say there's no cause. They don't know the cause or the cure, but I'm here to say that I was cured of it, and I haven't had any problems with sarcoidosis since God cured me. A year into being cured, that was 87, so 88, since 1988, I've been cured of sarcoidosis.
Wow.
So that's the health side of it, and most of the herbal remedies that I bring to whoever the individual is usually based on that individual, because even though they say this herb is for the lungs or this herb is for one, being different, so I'm not into just herbs, the chakras, which they call your 7 energy centers. And I'm into reading auras, which is they call it your life light, L-I-F-E, your life light that surrounds your body. So whatever your aura tells me based on the colors, or whatever your 7 energy centers, the type of light that it emits, take what it is you tell me, and I would wake up in the morning at 5 during my meditation and put that name in my mind, and then the creative force would tell me how to best deal with that individual.
Really?
That's how the creator through me heals that individual by sharing with them what it is that they can do for themselves, which is that their body is a natural healer. If you would cleanse yourself and open yourself up, where your body can start the natural process of healing itself. I say that because I got into health because of my health, and this tea, so that you can understand that, even though I'm selling this tea for a company called Total Life Changes, I've been working with herbs and all for over 20, 25 years. And so based on your situation, I may not say, okay, well, drink this tea. I might mention another herb, because I'm not kind of connected to a particular company or anything. I'm just connected to healing the individual that comes before me. So the tea is a good tea because it's a detox tea. And most detoxes are with calcium and mixes that you have to mix up and things like that. And so this is kind of like the first time we can have presented to us a tea that you can drink with 9 different herbs in it. Some of these herbs people probably never heard of, others they have, such as ginger. I know we've heard of that.
Yeah.
Chamomile, we've heard of papaya, and
right.
so those, we've heard of myrrh, but it has 9, that's just 4 or 5 of 9 different herbs in one tea bag. And these herbs, you boil the tea, boil it in water, it makes a gallon. You take 8 ounces, drink 8 ounces in the morning, 8 ounces in the evening, and that gallon lasts for 5 days. And what it does, the health benefits of it, is that it reduces stress. It reduces your risk of cancer. It aids in weight loss. Now, the weight loss, a lot of people get caught up thinking it's a weight tea. But you don't lose or burn fat with this tea. What you lose is water. You notice that a lot of people have water on their knees, around their waistline, water in their fingertips and things. Water pill that most people take. And so you lose weight mostly around the gut first. And so that's where that 5 pounds is drawn from.
Okay.
And then if your fingers are swollen and whatnot because of the fluid that's in there, it drains that out too. And the fluid is really not water. Just to be honest with you, you can check with Dr. Sadie and Dr. Africa. It's actually pus and infection.
Really?
Not actually H2O or water, right? And it's caused by inflammation in your tissues, in your body. Inflamed because of the toxins and stuff that gets into your system from the food that you eat.
Goodness.
And a lot of times from the air that you breathe. You get in a house that has mold in it or things like that, and it goes into your system, but it's also absorbed into your tissue.
Wow.
So this detox tea pulls that out of you, and then you lose weight. And a lot of people, after they lose that 5 or 10 pounds, they start saying that I'm still heavy. Well, if your teeth, so now you're sick, you're walking around like a toxic waste dump.
Yes.
And don't know it. Eyes red or yellow, headaches, migraines, and you don't know it because you're stopped up. It's like you stop up a furnace or anything. This tea, it weighs heavy packed.
Oh my
People
goodness.
that are depressed is because of their liver is impacted.
Wow. Can you say that again? Who would have thought people would be depressed? See, that's why we have to stop. We have to, because those are things that we just don't know. So if you're listening online, and if you're watching on Facebook and Zelda Speaks, and on our YouTube page, Zelda Speaks Mindfulness, you have to call somebody and tell them that they need to subscribe, listen, tune in, and share, because this is the kind of information that can help not only help us, but our families as well. It is in the 8 o'clock hour. We have got to take a break. And before you go, I would like you to give out your contact information, your website, so people can contact you, so that those who are constipated and depressed and need to lose weight and just need to feel better generally, so that they can contact you. What is your contact information?
Yes. Well, first you can pick up the tea if you wanted to purchase the tea at a store called Divine Healing Herbs at 1621 West 87th Street, right here in Chicago. That's a block a block west of Ashland on 87th Street, Divine Healing Herbs. Or you can give me a call at 773-846-3091. As a matter of fact, at Divine Healing Herbs store, you can also pick up my CDs, the Sax Preacher CDs, with some good smooth jazz and R&B for you.
All right,
Last
now.
but not least, if I can quickly say it,
Yes, sir.
Mental health, try B vitamins. Take large dosages of B vitamins, and you'll find then that your bipolar or schizophrenia or your PTSD will reduce itself, and it will slow down the seizure activity in your brain, and you'll be able to see clear enough to take care of yourself.
Wow, slow down the seizure activity. That is awesome information. And can you send us some of that tea? We would love to have some. My husband has high blood pressure. It's getting better, but we still need it. So I'll send you that information offline. But I want to thank you. I want to thank you so much for taking the time out of your busy schedule and sharing with our listening and viewing audience the importance of unclogging the mind as well as the body. And if you had lupus, this sarcoidosis, the same thing that Bernie Mac had, and died from it, and 25 years later you're still here, I think you know a little something, something. So thank you so much for sharing that. Thank you so much for sharing that. Thank you. And we will be in touch with you. And thank you so much for sharing that information. We greatly appreciate you. It is 8:04, and we will be going to the phone lines. Oh my goodness, the lines are lit up. So don't, we got to take a commercial break. When we come back, we will have on the line author Mary Louise Shelton, author of Silence is Not Golden. Silence Isn't Golden, the story of domestic music. I'll tell you all about it. Just stay close.
This is Minister Cynthia Marie Williams, spiritual
Y'all hold
counselor
on
and
to
advisor.
commercial break.
I invite you to a private reading in the area of business, health, finances, relationships for introductory cost of $20. Please call, because there is a higher power that can help me help you. 312-802-4743. Peace and blessings to you all. Call me, 312-802-4743.
Many elected officials worry about how their next move will increase or decrease their political capital. That's not why I'm committed as a public servant. I worry about how my next move will improve people's lives. Chicago, we need to change and control our own narrative. With an elected school board, revised police contract, new money infusions that eliminate the need for constantly taxing the people, fair contract bidding practices, we can turn this city around. My commitment is solid, and my record is proven. You've never heard of me. Look me up. For 12 years, I've been standing strong in the wind for the community. I'm young enough to be innovative and wise enough to be careful.
all say we would like to be wealthy, but wealth isn't determined by how much money you have. Wealth is determined by your power to define what money is. The dictionary defines money as something used as a way to pay for goods and services and to pay people for their work. So how would you like to have access to an unlimited source of money? Money that is not taxed by the government. Money that increases as you share the opportunity. 456. That's 312-849-3456.
I'm Dr. Willie Wilson. Smell destroys the great assets in the middle of the night, forcing corporate and private aircraft to land elsewhere. Jobs and revenue was lost, and convenience in the downtown area is gone. As mayor, I fully intend to reopen Maxfield. Paid for by Willie Wilson for mayor.
We have an opportunity to transform the whole global society in the next 50 years. 50 years from now, the earth will be populated by a new generation of adults, many of whom are yet unborn. Our mission is to nurture them in childhood with love, guidance, and protection, and to raise them in healthy, happy families. If we impart values of compassion, generosity, and respect for fellow human beings in the next generation of children, they will create a world where people can live together in peace. This is our goal. Be a part of the transformation. Get your copy of the book, The Female Solution. Go to www.naimalatif.com. That's www.naimalatif.com.
Grand Rising. We are live here on the Female Solution. Thank you so much for joining us this morning. I'm Zelda Speaks. Higher Learning with Zelda Speaks as we take a look at our traffic once more. Before you head out the door, there are still serious delays. CTA Red Line 95th Street was stuck at Cermak. Those mechanical problems, hopefully they have been cleared up by now. The South Shore train number 108 was running behind schedule, as well as the southbound I-65 SR2. The left lane was closed there as we take a look at Stony Island on the south side. It's jam-packed, a mile radius in all directions due to a car crash at 63rd and Hayes. You do want to look for an alternative route because otherwise, you'll just be sitting stuck in traffic. So it's Monday morning madness in the city of Chicago and on the expressways, but it's Monday morning mindfulness here. So be mindful of your travel times. If you're headed out the door, Kennedy is still moving in both directions. 50 Kennedy inbound, an hour on the outbound. On the Edens, 34 minutes inbound, 30 minutes outbound. As we take a look at the Eisenhower, almost an hour there inbound and 40 minutes outbound. On the Stevenson inbound, 45 minutes, 35 minutes on the reverse. On the Dan Ryan, 35 minutes inbound, 30 minutes outbound. Bishop Ford, 30 minutes in, 25 minutes out. Lakeshore Drive running as smooth as it can possibly be. 33 minutes inbound and 24 minutes outbound. Traffic and weather is sponsored by Karen Kelly of itex.com. Stop paying cash for your business and personal needs. Use barter dollars instead. There's a $100 sign up new member bonus for businesses and entrepreneurs that join online, but you must use the promo code ZELDA. That's ZELDA. And I say that because Richard Peggy, my old mentor from radio, remember Dusty Radio 1390, Gospel Radio 1390, and all that good stuff. People would call in and say, I want to speak to Zelva. And he's like, no, it's Zelda. D. So he would say Zelda. So thank you, Richard Peggy. And I'm told that when you speak the ancestors' names, as long as you speak their name into the universe, they are always with us. So thank you for my ancestors that I am most grateful for, who made it possible for me to be here this morning doing what I do, the Pitchford and the Robinsons and the Bradleys, who all gave up something of their life so that we could be here and live the life that we have. If you're listening online this or watching online on Facebook, on social media, Zelda Speaks on Facebook and on YouTube. Our YouTube channel is Zelda Speaks Mindfulness. And right now we are going to the phone line area code. I am looking for Mary Shelton, our author, and there she is, area code 919. I hope that's her. Grand Rising, Mary. Thank you for joining us this morning.
Okay, I'm here. Can you hear me?
Yes, we hear you loud and clear. Welcome to the Female Solution. We're celebrating Black History Month and Breaking the Silence. Author of Breaking the Silence, Mary Louise Shelton. This is a woman that I met some years ago through iText, the company that I was just telling you about, bartering. Um, I was introduced by another sister who came to the show, who has made her transition. Mary, help me out. Cornelius McDonald. How could I forget her? Thank you, Cornelius McDonald, for coming to Chicago. Cornelia was a nurse, and she brought Mary Shelton with her. And we did a show on the Higher Learning Network TV show on Mary. I will let Mary tell the story, but Mary has a fascinating story. So, Mary, please enlighten our listeners about how you came to Chicago seeking, finding your brother who had been missing since birth. So, tell us a little bit about that and how this all came to be.
Well, first, I want to offer my condolences for your loss because my firstborn, my mother's firstborn was stolen at birth, and her lastborn was murdered. And you just lost your brother, and so I want to offer my condolences for your brother.
Thank you, sis.
And second of all, yes, I came to you looking for my brother that was stolen at birth, and you graciously had me on your show, and that I'm looking at it now. It was August 21st, 2013.
Oh, wow.
That you had me on your show in Chicago. And then I introduced Cornelia McDonald to you, and she had a story called "Can I Tell You My Story?"
Yes.
Yes. And you were so gracious to her, and you had her back a couple of times after that. And yes, she has since passed away, but you were so gracious, and you continue to be so gracious. And thank you for having me on today. Thank you so much, because I am just newly published, and I appreciate you having me on. Thank you so much.
And thank you for sharing your story, as painful as it is, because I love the title of this book. Silence Isn't Golden. And in our community, we have a tendency to not talk about things, and not talking about things keeps us in depression mode, as our previous guest said, and just not feeling optimum every day. And that's not healthy.
Every day we seem to hear a lot about it with William Paul Young being the author of The Shack, Terry Crews, the actor, Oprah has experienced the same thing, Tyler Perry. Every day you turn on the news, you find something about all of us having the same thing in common. And doing the Olympic training with Larry Nassar, he abused all of those things, and that's my main emphasis, is that if we could possibly help, the hearing impaired audience, because as an interpreter for my parents, which is why the title of my book is called Silence Isn't Gold, is that I was an interpreter for since both of my parents were hearing impaired. I was their interpreter, and of course, I've been interpreter and I, conversed with all interpreters, and we all found that in common. As we interpreted for children, they would all tell us that story that behind closed doors, they were abused and they were sexually assaulted behind closed doors. Mm. And that was really, one of the main things in my book is that even though I was assaulted by an uncle in the book, and my mother was assaulted and she was deaf and mute, but as an interpreter, we all came across these kids that were assaulted and abused in their homes and in their schools, in the schools for the deaf. So there's a lot of abuse. They should have a choice.
Yes, ma'am.
And
yes, ma'am.
That's really what we need to do is stop being so silent about these things that are going closed doors.
And it is the silence that keeps us stuck. And I applaud you for having the courage to stand up and speak out, because we oftentimes feel alone when we're going through the challenges of whatever it is that we're going through, and we feel that we'll be safe if we don't tell it. But remember, Dr. Maya Angelou didn't speak for years because she thought when she was raped as a child, molested as a child, that it was her. And it's not our fault. There's just some sick people in this world that we live in. So we have to share that story. And the fact that you are sharing your story, I applaud you, because that's one of the things that I never talk about, how I was molested. A family member molested me. I never talk about that. And I don't even know if anybody in my family even knows about that, because till this day, I just didn't talk about it. And I see him. I haven't seen him probably in 20 years. At 10 at least, I know. And when I see him, he doesn't say anything and I don't say anything. And it's like the whole family, they don't even know it. And it's like I've buried that and moved beyond that. And we don't talk about it. And it's time to break the silence.
Right.
So I applaud you. I applaud you for putting that out there, because if we don't tell it, the predators will keep doing what they're doing. And that's why they still do it, because we don't tell on them.
That's right. We don't say anything about it. And that's why I think Chris Rock jokes about it, that everybody has an uncle that does that to their nieces, and
yes,
they do that to their family members, and they get away. Is because of the fact that nobody wants to tell on that uncle, because it's a family member,
right?
And it's a family member that does it. But in my case, there was nobody to tell, because my mother was getting raped and I was getting molested, and tell because they just felt like there was nothing that was going to be done about it. And then when I wrote the book and I took it to a family reunion last year, everybody that bought the book said, "Oh, it happened to me, and it happened to me." But I told, and they said that uncle wasn't allowed.
Mm-hmm.
So but that was my mother's favorite brother, so he was always allowed in my house. But because the other children were able to tell their parents, that uncle wasn't allowed in their house. But anyway, until they bought my book, they discovered what happened to me, and yes, the word has to get out, and it has to stop. And I think that if you don't say anything about it, you're part of the problem.
Yes, you are part of the problem. And who wants to be recognized as a part of the problem? Well, whether we recognize it or not, we are part of the problem. So what are some of the things that we can do in order to prepare ourselves to not be part of the problem, Mary? Because that takes courage, and not everyone has the courage to do that.
Yeah, we have to speak up because you do have a voice and you do have to start talking about it. You to let these people continue to, and the light has to be shed on it, just like, Dr. Nasser is getting 175 years in prison for all those Olympic kids that he, he molested and assaulted. And somebody has to do something. Somebody has got to step up and start, talking about this. And so somebody has to start the conversation and tell these children, you do have a voice now. The Me Too movement has opened up the door.
Yes.
For this to become part of the normal conversation to have that this is no longer swept under the rug and behind closed door conversation that cannot be talked about. It has to be talked about. It just cannot continue to be swept under the rug and, carried, to hold on to yourself, to not be, talked about. It has to be open conversation that you got to have with your kids and believe the kids this is going on.
And speaking of having that conversation, we've got some on the line. If you want to chime in, 515-605-9325, press 1 to speak. We're going to go to the phone lines. Area code 312-671. You are live on the Female Solution with our guest today, author Mary Louise Shelton of Silence Isn't Golden. What is your name and where are you calling from?
Shalom, Grand Rising, Assalamu alaikum. My name is Minister Robert Floyd Trump, and I just want to first give you my condolences, Sister Zelda, for your beloved brother. I know how it is because I've lost my baby brother, as well as I'm also experiencing one of my cousins got shot down with drive-by shooting. And one of my uncles just recently passed in South Bend, Maurice Park, from cancer, However, I just wanted to commend your guest on It's Better Out Than In, and we're going to be also reflecting on that type of situation has cause and effect with your health.
Yes, it does.
Really, your health is our wealth. I wanted to speak to my beloved cousin, Saxman. I was trying to get in earlier. But nevertheless, we as a people have kept things like that silent. And it is not golden when you keep things silent. Matter of fact, it has mental damages, to the mind. And we are products of the food that we eat, as the Brother Sax preacher mentioned, as well as the mind that we keep. And I just like to always believe in God, believe in yourself, and even believe in family members. Once you expose those type of characters in your family, they will help you. And we all are going through some things. I wanted to also mention for you, Zelda, and your guests to watch Plump Foundation this Tuesday, which is February 26th. That's the election day, too.
Yes.
Brenda Taylor, which is the president of Eddie Taylor Foundation, is going to be hosting, and I believe she's going to be having her brother, also a part of her family, to do the Eddie Taylor singing licks in music. And I wanted to just inject that music is a way of life of Susan the Savage Beast. It also helps as a part of healing, and I want to congratulate the Black Power people and thank them in advance for helping us to take back our community, which is Chicago, in this election, punching 22 for Willie Wilson, punching 50 for Melissa Irvin. and Willie Wilson running for the mayor, and Patricia Hart, punch 41 for city clerk.
Thank you so much for
60 for Pat Dow. So
thank you so very much for sharing that information. We greatly appreciate that, Minister Plump. We've got more calls on the line before we got a commercial break coming up here. Area code 312-265. You are live on the air. Area code 313-265. You're live on the female. Thank you for joining us this morning. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
Hi, this is Marquita Moore calling from Detroit, Michigan.
Good morning, Grand Rising, Marquita. Thank you so much for joining us this morning. What's your question or comment?
Yeah, but just for the world. Mary is my cousin.
Oh, really?
And I'm very, very, very proud of her accomplishment. I can't tell you enough. Oh, my goodness. This is exciting. It's very exciting.
Oh, my goodness.
I
am so glad you got through. Hello there.
What's your question or comment?
Glorious morning.
Did you have a question or a comment? Did you have a question or?
No, I just wanted to call in and let Mary know that I'm still supporting her, and I'm here on the podcast listening to her interview.
Oh, thank you so much.
Thank you for having her on the show.
Oh, you're quite welcome. Thank you. And thank you for listening. And we're going to go to a commercial break in about a minute here. So while we're in a commercial break, you be sure and text or call somebody and let them know that we are live on the air as we try to get another caller in here. Area code 708-677 Grand Rising. What's your name? Where you're calling from? And what's your comment?
Grand Rising, this is Sister Maika. My condolences, Sister Zelda, on your brother.
Thank you so much, Sister Maika.
To your guest, and thank her for writing the book. It's much needed.
Yes.
A lot of discussion needs to take place around that. I heard her say that all of us have uncles who
yes, we do.
Who are like violating, but that's not true. We have to be careful with our words. Many of us have that, but not all of us.
Yes.
There's some men who don't do that.
Yes.
And we have to continue to uplift them as role models. And I put them in the category with those who are mentally ill and emotionally ill and who have not learned how to get outside of the brutality that has occurred in their lives. But thank you, Brian, for writing the book. It's so needed, and we really need to have these discussions, and they need to just be open. And we have to learn how to raise our sons so that they don't become sexual predators and violate their sisters, their cousins, that's another area where we have to be very conscious and careful when children are playing together because they're relatives, and oftentimes things happen during those playtimes. And girls and boys need to learn how to communicate what's going on to responsible adults who can take action. It's unfortunate, however, that we do have to go to the police department those kind of complaints because a solution. All they can do is lock people up. Just like going to the doctor when you got a problem and all he can do is prescribe drugs, and that's not necessarily what's needed.
Right.
You need to get to the cause. So thank you again, and stay strong, Sister Zelda.
Yes, ma'am, I will.
And I'll be on Thursday. I haven't got secured a guest yet, but Thursday, 7 a.m. to 9 a.m. Let's talk about it with Maika. I look forward to whoever can to join me. Take care.
Yes, thank you so much, Sister.
So much.
Thank you. Sister Maika
Very
is
insightful. Thank you so much.
Sister Maika is an awesome sister. She's host of the Thursday morning show Let's Talk About It with Maika, and she has such insights into pretty much anything. The girl is she's rounded. What can I say? She just has such a plethora of knowledge and information, and she doesn't mind sharing it. And I got a copy of her book, and if you didn't get it, you gotta get it.
So be sure and talk about, yes, be sure and talk about Maika. But right now we're talking about Silence Isn't Golden with author Mary Louise Shelton. And we are taking a last commercial break, and we want you to call in if you have questions you'd like to ask at 515-605-9325 and press 1 to speak, and we'll be right back. Stay close.
Many elected officials worry about how their next move will increase or decrease their political capital. That's not why I'm committed as a public
Hold on,
servant.
y'all. We're in a commercial
I worry
break.
about how my next move will improve people's lives. Chicago, we need to change and control our own narrative. With an elected school board, revised police contract, money infusions that eliminate the need for constantly taxing the people, fair contract bidding practices, we can turn this city around. My commitment is solid, and my record is proven. You've never heard of me. Look me up. For 12 years, I've been standing strong in the wind for the community. I'm young enough to be innovative and wise enough to be careful. A vote for me is a vote for real change. On February 26th, punch 32. Let's make history by punching number 32.
Paid for by Friends for Ford.
Oh man, God sent the monthly sun bill today. This sunlight is really expensive, especially during this season. I'll probably have to work overtime to pay it.
Well, you better pay it on time. We don't want the sun to go out and we're sitting up here all day in the dark.
Wouldn't it be terrible if God charged us for sunlight? Well, thank God, the light and heat from the sun is free. So why are we paying such high bills for the energy we use in our homes? Because we don't know how to use solar energy, the free energy from the sun. You can convert your regular home to a solar energy home and save tremendously on your electric bill. Take a look at your electric bill. Wouldn't you like to reduce or possibly even eliminate that cost altogether? Let one of our solar consultants show you how. Call today, 312-849-3456, and schedule a free consultation. That's 312-849-3456.
Do you want to live in a world without war? Join our global peace movement. Heavenly Culture World Peace Restoration of Light transcends culture, religion, ideology, boundaries to achieve peaceful harmony in the global society. HWPL is committed to bringing world peace and of war through peaceful dialogue between religious groups. I am Director Shin-Suk Kim of the HWPL Chicago branch of North America. Join us for our next gathering. Call 773-580-1501 and be a part of the movement for world peace. At.com. Hi, this is Beata, your holistic life coach. Every Friday morning, I'm on the Female Solution. I'm also blogging live every Sunday at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on Soul Purpose Healing, where I help you get back into alignment with the Creator's love, compassion, and wisdom.
One more commercial.
Call my 383-5863 or www.blogtalkradio.com/soulpurposehealing. When I'm not doing spiritual adjustments on Blog Talk Radio, I'm helping reduce the stress and the essential.
Monday morning mindfulness. And every time I go to the gas station, I noticed an increase. What about yourself? So gas taxes, Dr. Willie Wilson says it. You know, we send all the money to Indiana because that's where everybody else goes to Indiana, and those taxes don't help the city of Chicago any shape, form, or fashion. So if you are a believer in that of the workings of a man who has been in behind the scenes helping people keep from losing their homes, pay to get people who out of jail for $100 for non-violent crimes, I am just an advocate of someone who has the heart to do that, who makes $62 million a year and gives 95% of it away. Who does that? I don't know anybody other than Dr. Willie Wilson. So I'm a staunch supporter of a man with a heart with God in his back who says, when I'm elected mayor, I'll give money away. What mayor has in the history? This man is making history. We're celebrating Black history, and we are part of that history. So if you want to continue to see good done in this community in Chicago, I strongly suggest that you punch 22 and be sure and vote tomorrow. And just don't go vote. Take somebody with you. Take two people if you can, because when you show up, we can show out. And speaking of showing out, if you're headed out this morning, you do want to keep in mind there is delays all over the city of Chicago, especially on the south side on 63rd and Hayes. There is a pile up that is still causing confusion in a mile in each direction. So you want to avoid delays if you're anywhere near 63rd Street and in Jackson Park at Cornell, 63rd and Hayes. It's closed. The streets are closed because it's crazy due to that car accident there. So you want to keep that in mind. Lakeshore Drive inbound, it is still 39 minutes, 25 minutes on the reverse. As we take a look at the Bishop Ford, 33 minutes inbound, 20 minutes on the reverse. The Dan Ryan, 37 minutes inbound, 31 on the reverse. On the Stevenson, 45 minutes inbound, 35 minutes on the out. On the Eisenhower, just a little bit close to an hour and 38 minutes on the reverse. On the Edens, 44 minutes inbound, 28 minutes on the out. And on the Kennedy, almost an hour in and pretty much the same on the reverse. The CTA red line still has some delays due to a train being stuck at Cermak Road, so expect delays due to the mechanical problems there. Traffic and weather is sponsored by Karen Needs. Use barter dollars instead. There's a $100 new member bonus for businesses and entrepreneurs that sign up online, but you must use the promo code ZELDA. That's ZELDA. Let us go back to the phone lines with our guest for today, Mary Louise Shelton, author of Silence is Golden. And we are going to take a call from area code. No, I think I've already taken that code. But Mary, are you with us, Mary?
Yes, I am. I am with you, and I wanted to mention, since it is still Black History Month, that I went to see the movie Hidden Figures.
Yes.
Back in 2016, and then I didn't connect the dots about the fact that in my life there was a gentleman who should be recognized, which is Andrew Foster. He was the first Black deaf graduate at Gallaudet, and he was also a friend of my mother's. And with both of my parents born here, growing up in that household, Andrew Foster opened up over 30 schools for the deaf, hearing impaired in Africa. So in his commute back and forth to Africa, he would stay at our home. And so he was a friend of the family. And he helped me through some very difficult times when I was being molested. And growing up, he used to beat me all the time. And growing up with her was very difficult. So I didn't think of him as a hidden figure, but he certainly should be recognized for all of what he's accomplished as a hearing impaired person who was a deaf graduate, and I think people should really look him up. He certainly deserves a lot of recognition, but did never think of him as, but he has accomplished a great deal in his life, and he was married with 8 children, and he certainly accomplished a lot in his life. He passed away in a plane crash going back and forth to Africa.
Oh, wow.
And, certainly, yeah.
When was this?
Accomplished a
When
lot
was this?
Hearing impaired
When did he pass, Mary?
It was in the 80s.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it was in the 80s that he passed away. But yeah, he's accomplished a lot. He really has. But growing up, he did a lot for me and my family, going back and forth. But he was a missionary for the deaf in Detroit, Michigan, where I was growing up. And so, yeah, I want people to certainly recognize him since we are still celebrating Black History Month. And I want that, to be one of the things. I wanted my book to accomplish 4 things. The first, helping with my brother being stolen at birth, if we could still work on that issue, and you were helping me with that when I first met you. And my last brother being murdered. I think they're doing so much with DNA, CC Moore and all of the work that she does with DNA. Maybe there could be something done with that. And with the hearing impaired audience, having to suffer with these schools for the deaf and behind closed doors, and to recognize Andrew Foster. So there's a lot that I hope that can be done. But on the back of my book, I say that, that this book is about sexual assault, murder, kidnap, rape, secrets, lies, and all the things that we talk about. And silence isn't golden. And it's a story about my life and the fact that my parents were biracial and they were not allowed to get married here in North Carolina. So they didn't get married until late in life, until they were in their 30s, and then they moved to Detroit to get married. But they were married for 61 years. And
wow.
A successful marriage. Yeah, very successful marriage. And my brothers were born hearing, but I was the one that became the interpreter for them. And my father became ill at 83, and so I became their caregiver for 20 years. And my mother lived to a ripe age of 102.
Wow.
So she lived a long, fruitful life.
Yes, she did.
Yes,
she did. And I remember seeing some of those pictures. Was it on Facebook? I was like, wow, she's 102. Looks good at 102. Make you want to live to 102, don't it, Mary? Awesome. Awesome. It's possible. And it's such a heartbreaking story. Your journey. And how you are such a survivor. I was like, this lady has ESP, because girl, I'm sitting here with the book in my hand, and I was about to read, and you just read it. It says Mary and her brothers are all born hearing, but Mary becomes the interpreter for her parents. Life takes her from Detroit to Los Angeles and then full circle back to North Carolina. It is the heartbreaking story of sexual abuse of a small child, along with other family tragedies that impact her life, and the hard road to recovery that takes a lifetime to achieve. It is not a book for the faint-hearted. Let me repeat that. It is not a book for the faint-hearted, because it talks about sexual assault, murder, kidnap, rape, secrets, and lies that Mary has experienced them all, but she is not giving up. The subject of sexual abuse, the difficulties of living in a silent, hearing impaired world, and the tragedy of your siblings' loss all serve to shape the author of who she is today. Now, Mary does this with frank and candid skill, which translates into an accomplished, inspiring, and thoughtful book. Truly, silence is not golden. So if you're looking at me on Facebook or YouTube channel right now, this is a copy of the book, Silence Isn't Golden, with Mary Louise Shelton. And if you want to break the silence, get this book and read it. And we're going to go to the phone line so we can break the silence here at area code 312-802. You are live on the Female Solution this morning. What's your name and your comment? 312-802.
Yes, Minister Williams, Chicago, Illinois,
Grand Rising, Minister Cynthia Williams.
And these experiences that you have as a spiritual person, understanding myself, we are all souls coming into this world, and we're challenged by these. And Mary, I mean, just to hear what you have gone through in your own life, but literally all of us who are here, Zelda, chose to come here, and we are very courageous souls to come to this world and go through all of these things that we go through. But that's to evolve to our highest spiritual level, because we are not alone. We're all the same. And I look at it not only as Naima says, we are one, but we are flowers from the universe. We come in as spiritual beings, spirit souls of the body. And we go through a lot of things. But Mary, I'm so proud of your achievement and how you have gone through all of this in your family, for yourself, being a part of that also of being sexually abused by my biological father, trying to have sex with me. I've never seen a man's organ until I got older and realized what that was, that he was trying to put in me. But I've been my own tragedy. Let's just say that we are souls that come through, and we choose these lives in order to grow and develop. So your mom, what is it, 101? I mean, she has a lot of history in her. Where's her book? Come on now. Right here. Go ahead, let her dictate to you. You're part of it, but also she has a lot in her to live as long as she has. Zelda, God bless you. And Mary, I am so proud of you. We are sisters in the spirit.
Amen.
It's our women's group, and we come together and talk about that. Zelda, I hope you're meeting this Saturday at 3 p.m. But yes, ma'am, Mary, also, I want all of us women who are in this community who chose to come in like we have. Thank you. Thank you. You're not alone. I love you. I love you. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Blessings to you.
Thank you so much, Minister Cynthia Williams. Thank you for calling in. But I cannot say that I will be at any event this Saturday because of the passing of my brother, Douglas Robinson, who was shot to death. And we're planning on having his memorial. Those plans have not been finalized yet, but we are pretty sure it's going to be Saturday. So I will not be there in the physical, but I'll be there in the spirit. So thank you much.
Thank you. We will continue on every Saturday to try to. This is just a place where we can be safe as women. I mean, we're dynamic.
Yes.
We already know our assignment. We've already gone through it. You have told us my condolences. But it's a safe place to come to so we dynamic women can relax, be vulnerable, but also to learn more about ourselves and share. And
yes, ma'am.
Gave me this assignment. I had another assignment too. So we continue on, Mary. Don't stop, do we? Yes, we do. That's correct. That's correct. Come on, girl. So much. Thank you so much. Yes, it is. Networking myself, Minister Cynthia Marie Williams. All my phone number and everything about me is there. But I want you to check me out, call me. And I think you've done the commercial already, right, Zelda?
Yes, ma'am.
My spiritual complexion, balancing the intellect of psychology with the gift. I am an indigo adult. I'm an indigo child. Come on. If you can come next Saturday, it's Zelda, my love and heart is with you.
All righty. Thank you so much, Minister Cynthia Marie Williams. We greatly appreciate that. And we greatly appreciate you at our listening and viewing audience. If you are online on social media, on Facebook, we're at Zelda Speaks, and on YouTube, on the YouTube channel, we are on Zelda Speaks Mindfulness. My guest today has been the one and only Mary Louise Shelton, author of Silence is who helped me today break the silence, because I've never talked about being molested as a child. And I know that's one of the things that may have hindered me in my progress in some ways, but I journal everything, and in some shape or form I've written about it. I just never said it that way. And Mary, I'm pretty much like you. I write things in order to get them out of my system, because when it stays pent up like that, you have a tendency to, it wears and tears on your body and your mind and your spirit. And you wind up being overweight, alcoholic, a junk food junkie, and an addict of some kind. And it stops you. It hinders your progress. So thank you for having the nerve to share the information and for allowing me to share mine for the first time ever here on the Female Solution. So thank you so much for sharing and telling our viewing and listening audience where they can go to get this book, and if they need to contact you, how can they do that?
Well, it's on Amazon, it's on Kindle, and I do have a Facebook page / God is I am.
Oh, I love it. Facebook page
is my Facebook page is God is I am.
Oh, I love it. God is I am. I have got to go look that one up as soon as I get off of the show. God is I am. And I'll probably be posting I will be posting a copy of the show on your Facebook friend. Are we friends on Facebook, Mary?
No, we're not.
Okay.
No, we're not.
Well, I'm going to send you a request.
Well, yes, I think you're on my regular because I just saw it. It was 2013. You're on my regular Facebook page.
Okay. Well, you're on
my regular Facebook page, but I have an author's page, which is God is I am.
Okay. Well, please request me so I can do that because I may forget this time I get off the air. So please,
okay.
please request me.
Yes, that's how I looked it up. That was 2013 that I see that I was on your show. But yeah, the author's page is God is I am.
Okay, and thank you for your patience with me. When in the introduction I got it wrong. I said Cornelia came and she brought you, but it was the other way around. You came and you brought Cornelius. You know we have senior moments, girl. We forget things.
That's okay.
Need to go take my CoQ10 this morning. And my ginger. Yes, I need to get those herbs as the Saxman talked about earlier. So thank you so much for being a guest. You are part of the Female Solution, and continued success. If you're watching on social media, this is a copy of the book. This is what it looks like. Silence Isn't Golden with Mary Louise Shelton. And you must get your copy, and not to scare you, but just to make you aware of what has happened does not have to continue to guide your world. You can still be. I mean, look, she's gone through natural hell and still going through hell, and wrote a book about it to help us all. So thank you for my copy. And yes, I did get it in the mail, and you can see I've highlighted some pages here. So thank you very much. I greatly appreciate that. Thank you, Mary.
Oh, you are so welcome. Thank you so much for having me, Zelda. You are the best, and you are my angel. Thank you again.
Thank you, my angel. We are just reflections of each other. You have a great day, my sister, and I will be looking for your Facebook page. God is I am. So thank you so much.
Okay.
And I will
stay blessed.
Thank you, dear. I will do just that. And I want to thank all of our listeners, our viewers this morning who joined in on the Female Solution. It is imperative. Did you hear what I said? It is imperative. Your future, if you live in the city of Chicago, your future depends on tomorrow. If you're tired of the red lights, if you're tired of the tickets, if you're tired of your taxes going up, if you're tired of having your relatives in jail, can't get out for a misdemeanor crime for $100 or less, if you're tired of your taxes going up, if you can't pay your homeowner's taxes because they're increasing it to insane cost, then it's time for you to do something to make a difference. And you can make that difference. We just can't sit around and continue to complain to each other. We've got to do something. And the number one thing to do is call a friend today, text a friend, and tell them where you're going to meet tomorrow to go to the poll. Where you're going to meet tomorrow, what time, and make it a phone chain. You call one person and have that person call somebody, and that person who calls somebody, have them do the same. Make it a phone chain. Because if we want something different, we have to do something outrageous. And that is show up in our own lives. We can make a difference. And the difference that I plan to make is by punching 22. for Dr. Willie Wilson, man I've known over 30 years who has been giving away money for 30 years. They trying to make out that he's trying to buy votes. Don't believe the hype because it's not true. He made a pact with God. If God would save his soul from prostate cancer, I think it was, he would give away all his money, and he has 60 to give away. So he's giving away a lot of money. That's why he can give away $100 bills. And I, not only for the money, but from his heart. So thank you so much. Too many names on social media to name this one, but thank you so much for allowing me the privilege to come into your home. Punch 22. And for those of you who are still sending me texts about Douglas's funeral, his memorial will be this Saturday. I'll call in Thursday on Maika's show or Friday on Viata's show on Health and Wellness with Viata, and I'll also post it on my Facebook page. Thank you for all your prayers. Thank you for your love and your kindness, and I appreciate you, and thank you. Stay on purpose, stay empowered, stay tuned to tomorrow morning, Tuesday morning mindfulness, right here on Blog Talk Radio. And thanks for watching. Make it a great day. Namaste.
And the mercy of God. Thank you for using Blog Talk Radio. Goodbye.
Okay, y'all, that's it. I want to thank you, and we'll do this again soon. See you next week for Monday Morning Mindfulness. Make it a great day. Namaste. Be sure and like and subscribe. Tell somebody to like and subscribe. Thank you so much. Peace and prayers. Namaste.